Okay. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope everybody's doing well. And it is a nice morning outside. It's a little bit cool, but we're getting started here. And I think one thing you'll notice right off the bat is that we're not at the right bench. And so we're going to head over there. And I've been told that my champion and my lover is holding the bench down for me. So we're going to make our way over there right now. We're just going to have a little prowl. But a certain someone told me that, and we're going to head over to our little bench. Just right over here. Going on a little prowl. So we've got to investigate the claim of the bench protection. And so, yeah, I hope you guys are doing good this morning. Once we get over to the bench, we'll go through our little routine and stuff, and we'll get the word out that we're streaming. I was gonna double stream or multi-stream for the first time this morning, and I basically couldn't get that quite set up in time because yesterday I was gonna do that, and as it turns out, I didn't want to run over somebody. As it turns out, I didn't quite get that all set up yesterday. So I was going to try to go to Kick and YouTube, but it may just be that I have the bandwidth for one other because I do a little better than 10,000 bit rate, but you kind of need I've been told that you need 6,000 per platform, but maybe there's a workaround. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to multi-stream this morning. I was trying to work on that yesterday, and I do see my champion, my lover, over here guarding my bench. Oh my goodness, how lucky am I? I know everybody wishes they were so lucky, but we didn't get to that yesterday because your girl just laid down on the bed after she streamed yesterday when she was supposed to be working on this stuff. And I got a pretty good work ethic, but sometimes when I lay down it's hard to get back up. I just started watching some Twitch and I wound up not doing that. And then we got into the game and a gaming session last night with the girlfriend, and so we didn't do any of that stuff we said we're going to do. But I promise you we're going to get the multi-streaming going. And here she is. Here she is. She is just so lovely. Oh, she says halt. No lizard. What? Oh my God. Could you believe this? But I'm no mere lizard. I am the rightful Dragon Queen. Oh my goodness. And y'all, please don't let me forget, because I do have some little technical things to attend to, like advertising the stream, and I might forget. Oh my God. Do y'all see? This is my champion. This is my lover. This is my girlfriend, and this is what I get. Oh, Alex Straza? I did not notice it was you. Shorter than I expected? You might as well take your seat then. Oh my goodness. Let me see. And I'm sure I spelled usurper wrong because your girl ain't the spelling bee champ. We're pretty upfront about that. I think I said she's a usurper. But that's okay. I shall sit down. And I have a cute doggy that I work very hard on. If y'all were on the stream yesterday. So let me pull a tab over here real quick. We got to do just a couple things to get started. This little morning routine. We won't block the girlfriend because she is so lovely. Let me see. And I always say, what's the point of having a really pretty girlfriend if you can't look at her? You know, it's just how it is. Go over here to Rocket Man's new website. He thinks it's called X. Everybody knows this shit's still called Twitter. And now I can swear too, because we're 6 minutes into the stream, so I don't have to act like a pussy anymore. So just don't want to, because we upload the YouTube VODs. Where'd she go? Now she's done disappeared. Let's get this done though. So what is happening? I don't know what the F is happening. Strumming. Dommy mommy. Mommy with a Y. Strumming. The good vibes. Because this is something the girlfriend said. She said, you know, my tweets are kind of like white bread shit. And so we kind of just trying to spice them up a little bit. And we don't put a lot of thought into them because I don't think it really matters. Just as long as it's a little bit controversial sounding, you know. Like what Will Ferrell said one time. He said some shit like, it doesn't matter. I can't remember, but it's like, as long as it doesn't matter what you say as long as it's provocative. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to provoke a click. There we go. And that's done. That's one less thing to do. And what's the... Is my champion... Is she protecting me? She gives me a whisper. Oh no! Oh my God! No way! Alex Straza, death and wow. Let me put myself. Oh, we got live because this shit don't. Okay. I think we good. We chilling now. We chilling. The babes is guarding me. My champion. I've also got the guard puppers here, and he's doing his little job. Let me get some coffee. And what is today? Let's look and see what today is. So we got to get oriented here a little bit. There's Captain Skelly Bones. Good morning, Captain. How you doing this morning? I hope you're doing good. So let me hop on the, oh. But it is Sunday. It is Sunday the 22nd, y'all. So, you know, this is just a daily reminder that I promised that I was going to do. That if you haven't done your Christmas shopping yet, you kind of need to do that shit. You know, Santa Claus be doing work out here, but he ain't gonna do all the work for you. So if you hadn't done that, I mean, y'all really, I mean, you pushing it, because even if you got Prime and you got 2-day shipping or whatever, you're gonna be cutting it real close if you're trading presents on the 24th. So Just something to be mindful of. We getting down to the wire. And I finally got mine done. I think it was like the 17th or something, so. And Captain says, itching my arm up. What's going on with your arm, Captain? Just itching? Says 3 more days till Christmas. Yeah. I hope you got your Christmas shopping done. Bugs? What kind of bugs you done got on? You done got the red bugs out there? Ooh, new stuff for me. Okay, let me see what the babes has got here. Oh my goodness, she's been busy. Look at this. Look at all this. Oh, this one. This one. And we're using, this is something we're doing. She's always coming with the bright ideas. We're using the gill bank just to toss stuff in here. And if one of us don't have the appearance, you know, we can grab it and get it. So like a bunch of this, like all but 2, and then she's got her patterns and stuff. Yeah, and I'll do that too, like any patterns I got. So let's see, the pants. I got the nomad pants and the bright boots. And here, and doing pets too. So let's see. I don't think I have that one, because I think if you got it, it'll tell you got like however many out of that one. So I don't think I got that one. Vodka says, I would not delve further into the bank. Okay, so we'll just stay right here on this tab. Let's see. So I got the stitch pup. I wonder why it just says pet cage. Let me see. Am I tripping? Let me sort my bags, because. So if I click. Oh. So when you put it in the gill bank, it just says pet cage, but when you get it, then it's like the specific pet. Okay, so I've got that one. And I've got that one. So I'll put them back over here. And did I check this one? And Vodka says you can't get the pets unless you at max pet level. Let's see. Let's see. The girlfriend says the bone icon and the squirrel are both max level. Do not grab unless you got pets at 25, because you won't be able to use it. Okay. Okay. And I would need to get Outland Engineering 1 and Tailoring 1 for the flying carpet. But once you get, am I right that like once you get the mount, that you can unlearn the skill and then you'll still keep the mount in your mount collections? Or am I goobing? Because I do be goobing sometimes. Check other tabs? Okay. Oh my goodness. Girlfriend, you have been busy. And this girl loves it. Let me tell y'all, she loves to cook and stuff. She used to call herself a thing that I will not say, but she was the cooking girl. Explorer's milk. Oh, Explorer's mix. So that's sort of like a trail mix almost. Got a lot of good stuff in here. Oh, look at all these potions of third wind. This girl used to PvP a lot too. She says a lot of PvP stuff in that one too. Mana pots and third winds. Yeah. She's even coming in with the pungent seal whey. Now that, that just sounds disgusting. Because basically what that is like clabbered seal milk. Yeah. But people that like buttermilk, they would probably like that. So let me look at the other tabs here. Because she thinks I'm a slowpoke. She's always rushing me up, and I'm always telling her to hold her horses. And I mean, your girl is a little bit of a slowpoke. It's okay. She's got a lot of stuff in here. She actually plays the game. That's why she gets so much stuff. And I'm like, I'm just kind of a chatter and a role player. And I have been getting out that little island doing some content. And I'm going to get them bikinis and stuff. I'm going to get a lot of that beachwear stuff. It'll just take me a while. She's organizing it as I'm looking at it. Oh, I missed some of Captain's messages. That might be why. That might be why he dipped out on me. But he comes in, Captain's kind of cool dude. He on the Marvel stream, the Rival stream I did the other week or this past Tuesday. He come in and he was just chatting and we were having a good time talking. But yeah, he said he got bit by a mosquito. I missed that little message. I hate that too when I miss somebody's messages because I always want to read all of them. I know that probably one day, maybe I won't be able to read everybody's messages, but I want to do it while I can. Project Zomboid later. Yeah, we can do that for sure. Yeah, I got that downloaded. I think it actually finished last night. And I need to take some stuff off because I've only got like a little 500 gigabyte, I think, SSD. And that was like, I bought this computer pre-built. If I was putting it together myself, I would have probably done at least a gig or two for the SSD. Then she's got the sharpening stones in here. Oh, she's got them labeled too. So she says reagents here. So some cooking mats too. Lean shank, yeah. Reagent, potions, drinks. Toy mount pet. Toy mog mount pet, yeah. Let me pull these pets again and look at them real quick. Yeah, so I've got one of those, and yeah, I got one of all of them. Let me put them back over here. I don't want to mess up her hard work. I think they were like this, something like that. She's bonking me on the noggin. You don't. Oh my goodness, bonking your dragon queen? Oh my gosh. Only she can do that. If anybody else did that, I would turn into a terribly ferocious dragon and just eat them right up. But not before I spank their bottom. Because we like spanking the... Oh my goodness. I didn't vote for you. But I'm glad I got you. Okay. A little bit of sour and a little bit of sweet. That's kind of how my girlfriend is, and that's what we like. We like a little bit of texture. Because she says I'm a Sour Patch Kid. Yeah, you are. What you really are is a big goober. But you're my big goober. And here she goes trying to kill us and drown us too. Because why not? Oh my Lanta. Uh-oh, my phone's telling me I forgot to do something. Like it must be a day of the... Oh my God. But I was gonna say, if I forgot to do something, it must be a day of the week that ends in a Y. And now we're dead. She's murdered us both. And I knew that was coming one day. And I'll role play walk back to my ghost. Y'all think I won't do it, but your girl is wild. Here we go. We floating. It's like it said, we all float down here. We're in the twilight zone, we're in Death Valley. Oh, she took us way over here off a cliff. My goodness. Babe, why are you killing us? Look at her. I res her butt. There she is. She kisses the belly. What are you doing now? You done murdered your queen. You murdered do not go down here and drown yourself, okay? I do not condone this behavior. This is not behavior. This is misbehavior. And I always wanted a girl character named Misbehavior. Because that would be pretty suitable for me, because I do have a few behavior issues. And I don't know I don't know where they came from. Lumagosa wants to know where you get snowballs. I don't know. You can actually get them. And she's just chatting in general. But you can go to Arathi. What is it? Nasuna says Iron Forge. But I know you can get them up here somewhere too, like where those ogres are, up above. What's it called? I'm just a dummy. And she's done took me up, threw me off the mount. Now let me see. It's Arathi, right? It's in the Hillsbrad. So right here, if you go up to Hillsbrad, where you at, babe?
Anchors away.
I'm trying to get on. I'm clicking. It's not happening. You're too fast. I'm just gonna fall. But yeah, it's up here somewhere. There's like somewhere you can get like the natural snowballs from, and you can get them year round too. If I can find it. Hillsbrad Foothills, and then you go up here. She's throwing me off again. But it's the snowy area up above Hillsbrad Foothills. And It's like some ogres out there, and like there's just little snow piles, and you can grab them, click on them. Look, see what she does. Look at this disrespect. Just such a disrespectful girl. Took her queen's seat. Let me get over here. So I know what to do. I know how to fix this. Now, Giga says, isn't that your bench? Yes, it is, Giga, but you know what? You know, my girlfriend likes to disrespect me at every opportunity, so that's what she does, and now I'm Nasuna. I'm Nasuna Valoria, and now I'm the big spoon. Look at here. But she clicked my appearance off, so she's being a terrible, terrible little brat. Oh my goodness. And I'm out of prisms. I got one more. Now I'm gonna pet the little dragon. It just never stops. It just never stops. Let me go chase her down now. But good morning, Giga. Yeah, she spit on my foot. I mean, what do you even do? You know, I don't know, Giga, but I hope you're doing good this morning. You know, we're just having some of our typical difficulties, you know, because this is what happens when you have a girlfriend that's a goober. You know, it's a very it's a very textured relationship, you could say. And now she's going in here and she's going to use my body and she's going to use my mouth to blaspheme. And look at her. She's up here disrespecting the church because she just doesn't care. Giga says, I'm good. I've been farming mounts. Oh, cool. You get a good one yet? You know, one I was always wanting was that seahorse mount from Cataclysm, but I never got around to getting it. Soon it says, down with the elves. Please don't. Respect. She runs off before I can say anything. Because she knows I'm like slow at everything I do. I'm slow at typing. I talk slow. I'm just slow. Just one of the many ways I don't know where she went. She's hiding. See this? But please don't let her fool you. Even if she says things like she doesn't love me and stuff like that, she's really just, you know, she's joking around. So y'all just have to ignore that. Because that's just part of her, you know, her behavior problems that she has. She says, what the fuck? I never said I no love you. And see, she runs off again before I can respond. Oh my goodness. No, she has, I'm just messing around. She has never said that. At least not yet. I don't know where she's going. Oh, Giga. Giga says, at least you have a nice soothing voice. Thank you. You know, like I used to be so, when I was just a bit younger, I used to be very insecure about my voice because anytime I would get on like a first person shooter or anything that used voice chat, people would say, the first thing they would say is like, oh my God, are you from Texas? Where the hell are you from? And I think I just kind of got over it. And it's just really nice to hear you say that. So thank you. And I cannot find her. I don't know what kind of game she's playing. Is she up there? Just a little trickster. Tickle her. Where do you get that motorcycle from? And Giga says it does have a Texas ring to it. Yeah, I can definitely see that. I'm actually from the Southeast, so. And, you know, looking back on people saying stuff like that, like you sound like you from Texas, I guess it was just kind of like my insecurities, like where people, I was thinking people meant that as like an insult, but I don't think that that's even necessarily an insult because I think people from Texas have a pretty cool voice. Yeah. And Giga says the red one is from a Mountain Dew promotion. The green one is the annoying one to get. And this is perfectly fine for her to sit here because this is not my bench. And she can actually sit on my bench if she wants to. I don't, you know. The Dragon Queen will share her bench with her lover. She's just running from me this morning. I guess just to see if I'll chase her. And Giga says, it's not an insult, it's just cool. Thank you. Thank you. And I'll chase her around like a goober. And I don't believe it. She's gonna let me sit on my bench. Let me give her a hug. I'm gonna hug this girl, and look at that. I knew it. I knew as soon as I said something. Let me give her a hug. Because I don't give her enough hugs. Even though she spit on me earlier. Y'all see this? The girl spits on me and I'm giving her a hug. We do have quite an interesting relationship. Giga says, I wish I had an accent instead of a basic white girl. Aww. I'm sure you have some kind of accent. Maybe you have like a Midwestern accent or a Californian accent or something, you know. Probably got a little ring to your voice. Giga says, a love-hate relationship. And aren't those the best kind? And what's love without a little bit of hate? You know, I think a little bit of hate makes the love better, if you know what I mean. This coffee is good this morning. This coffee is good every morning, to be honest. Just the food line. It's just, you know, it's the cheapo stuff, but it's just as good or better than the premium Colombian medium roast. It's always very consistent. Giga says, I'm not allowed to have coffee. Sag, Giga, why can't you have coffee? Is it a medical issue or something? I don't mean to pry, so you don't have to tell me if you don't want to. Let me see who's online this morning. Nan's online. She's over there. Yakuza's online. They're all doing stuff. And Katarina, I meet so many new people and I do so much role play. Some of them I don't remember role playing with. Giga says heart issues. No caffeine. Giga, I'm sorry to hear that. My dad had some heart issues many years ago. He's passed away now, unfortunately, and it wasn't related to heart issues, but he had to have quadruple bypass surgery. And like this was back in like the end of the 1990s. Yeah, I believe. And so yeah, he had that. It was a huge ordeal. But he got better, and he wound up passing. It was from like Alzheimer's, a mixture of Alzheimer's disease and COPD. But his heart, after he had that surgery, it was totally good. They did a great job. Let me see. Let's see what's going on YouTube this morning. Actually, let me look at... I'm going to pull up Reddit here because I got a new Reddit account. Because I was worrying I was going to dox myself with my old one. Let's look at some stuff here. Let's look. We'll just make a little window. And we'll have a browse. We'll just have a gander. Bippity bop, hippity hop. Put it right there. Let's see. There we go. And I'm thinking about, I don't know if you were around Giga, but I was saying that I was thinking about doing some multi-streaming, like streaming to different platforms. And I was kind of thinking about how to do that. I was watching a video, and I think I've got enough bit rate and enough bandwidth to do 2 streams without having to, like, I don't know, do some kind of weird hack where like you stream to one website and then that website splits it. And so I might have enough to do 2, but I was kind of wanting to do Twitch, YouTube, and Kick, but I may just wind up doing YouTube and Twitch, so I don't have to mess with all that. But I was thinking, like, how am I going to work, you know, and I've got this thing now that combines the chats, and I was thinking about maybe getting a 3rd monitor, just like a little cheapo, basically the cheapest monitor I could buy just to stick the chat on it. But then I'd have 3 monitors, and my ADD would just be popping off, let me tell you, with 3 monitors, because it's already bad enough with 2. And Giga says, sometimes I forget about people IRP. It's annoying. Yeah. Yeah, because, I do a lot of walk ups. And I think that I'm kind of rare because before I started doing walk ups, I felt like, I said, I'm just going to be a little bit lazy. I'm extroverted, so I don't mind doing it. I talk to people like I've known them my entire life when I meet them. I start telling them, like, Lord knows, I'll tell them my whole life story like they give a fuck, and they don't. But they're also so nice and polite that they won't tell me that, and they'll just let me talk to them. But anyway, so yeah, I was a little bit extroverted, and but I was just being kind of lazy when I first come on the server. And I thought, I'm just going to sit here and people will walk up to me because it's Moonguard and they'll just talk to me, and I won't have, because I'm a cute little dragon girl, and I won't have to do anything, and I'll just sit here and get all the RP. And you know how much RP I got doing that? Well, basically like none. Your girl, nobody was talking to me. Like every once in a while, like if we say I'm on this thing for like, let's say I play 4 hours a day or something like that, a couple in the morning and a couple at night, because that's kind of what I used to do. I could go a whole week just sitting on my little bench here, and maybe one person would walk up out of like, I don't know, the hundreds and thousands that walk through this little area right here. And so what percentage is that of people? So it's like less, I don't know, less than 1% of people are actually willing to walk up. And everybody's kind of shy, and they're just kind of hoping that you'll talk to them. And once I realized that, I said, well, I don't mind at all walking up to people. So I just started walking up. And after that, I mean, my friends list just started blowing up because I was meeting all these people. And then, so there's like, out of all these people I meet and do like 10-minute walk-ups with, or 15 minutes, they kind of, a lot of them just kind of play a bunch of alts or something, and you just never see them again. So a bunch of friends here, but and about, I maybe know who like 10 of these people are out of all of them. Yeah, so people just kind of come and go, you know. And Giga says, my moods are off and on. Sometimes I'm super shy, and then some days I'm filled with confidence. Yeah, I could see that. And the way I think about that is like, I think about it in terms of energy. So like in the mornings, so I'm kind of weird. Like I'm a morning person, and I get up at 8 a.m. every single morning, 8 a.m. Eastern. It almost never fails. Maybe I oversleep like 1 or 2 days a year or something. But I'm also, it's weird because I'm a morning person and that's where all my energy is. But I also typically stay up to at least midnight, sometimes 2 a.m. or more, just depending. But no matter how long I stay up, I always get up at 8 because I got 2 alarm clocks. I got the regular alarm clock, but then I also have the kitty cat alarm clock named Chester, and he does not have a snooze button. So he will be coming up under the door. He'll take my rug and pull it, yank it up under the door, bunch it up, and he'll use that to basically like beat on the door to get me up. And so I can't snooze him, so I have to get up and feed him every morning at 8. And I got another little cat, and the girlfriend calls him, Slurpee. And I think she likes him better than Chester. But, yeah, what was the point? The ADD's trying to take the wheel here. So the point was that, I have this energy in the morning. And so that's when I'm like doing walk-ups and stuff. Like when I'm on the stream and I've got all this energy to stream and stuff, and I'm just like mainlining coffee and caffeine and stuff, and so I've got all this energy. But in the evening, I don't really do that. You know, it's kind of like in the evening, I spend quality time with the girlfriend, and I have a little less energy then, and I'm not as talkative. And that's unfortunate because, you know, I want to give her the best part of me or whatever. But, you know, I kind of blow a lot of energy on the stream and kind of like morning RP and stuff. And I'm a little lower energy, you know, moving into the evenings, but yeah, I do the best I can. And Giga says, I've been doing a lot of criminal RP. It's super fun. Yeah, I bet it is. I bet that is. So are you like, tell me about that. Are you like a thief, or what kind of stuff? Are you like a drug smuggler? What kind of stuff you been doing? I don't want to metagame you or anything too much, but I kind of want to know because that's interesting. Because I've always done slice of life type of stuff. And hold on, I feel like I swallowed a blame porcupine here. I love to chat and I love to talk, but sometimes it can be rough on your voice when you do it so much. Well, let me pay the girlfriend some attention here. I don't want her to just sit here all quiet. Let me give her some affection. And I won't say what I'm going to do. There we go. Oh my goodness, Giga. Giga says, I can't disclose what I'm doing in the chat. It might be TOS. Oh my goodness. So you really are up to some stuff. Some naughty business. I love it. I just love it. Giga says, but yeah, some stuff like that. Oh, that's, yeah. Yeah, that is interesting because I kind of want to experiment with some stuff like that, but I traditionally just am, I don't know, I just want to talk about the weather and ask people what, you know, kind of like what they're doing in Stormwind and just stuff like that. Kind of just chill stuff. And the babe's gone, she's gone AFK here for a minute.
Anchors away.
My character is an SI7 agent. So this is Giga. Giga says, my character is an SI7 agent, and she's infiltrating a criminal organization. Oh my goodness. Let me show you something, Giga. Let me show you something. So this might be something you are interested in. Let me see if I can find it, because I think you'll like it. I gotta check the notepad. I mean, if you look at my notepad, I won't show too much of it, but there's about 100 million tabs where I write stuff down, because ADD, that's something I was taught to do, you know, make notes, make mental notes, and do stuff like this so I could remember it. And so let me thumb through this. I can't show all of it because some of this might be little NSFW notes here. So yeah, I got the titles for my next VOD that I'm gonna put on YouTube, and that's if you're ever looking for my VOD and it's going on, you know, we can't save them but for so long, but if you're ever looking for some of my VODs that maybe you missed or something, I put them on YouTube. I got a channel under the same name, Natalie XOXO. So let me see. I'm going to show you this because I know you'll appreciate this, I think. Let me find this man. And this is something me and the girlfriend needed to do too, because I think she would enjoy this. But here we go. So I'm gonna put this in the chat for you, so you don't have to. So here you go. This is a guy that approached me, and that's his name. And he's got this, let me think. So he's like an SI7 operative, and he does this storyline for people. And he come up to me one day while I was streaming, and I knew it was toward the end of the stream, and he told me that it was like this whole storyline that he's progressing, and it takes 2 hours to go through it from start to finish, and he can do it for like a group of people. And so his name is like Zamazinta, with that little fancy accent over the A there. And that's his Discord link, where you can kind of look at the story. But, you know, I didn't look at it because I don't want to metagame the story. But that was just something I forgot. And I'm glad you said it, because I've been meaning to talk to him, and like, because I want him to take me and the girlfriend through that one day. And so it's like 2 hours, and he does all this RP for you, and it's like this interactive story. So I just thought that was really cool. So, and he's online quite a bit. So, but maybe one day, you know, you could check out their Discord or whatever, and that might be something that interests you, because if you're into like SI7 stuff, that's his thing too. So. And Vodka says, I'm not AFK. Yeah, I see you. I see you being sweet. Giga says, it might be cool to check out. I usually just RP with friends and some guilds I know. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Yeah, I know a lot of people like that. And speaking of guilds, me and the girlfriend, we just left our old guild, and she had been wanting to make a guild. We were talking about it one night, and she was just saying that, yeah, maybe it is time to leave the guild, because we've been in it for a while, and it was good. It was a good guild, and we had a lot of really positive experiences with them and doing stuff. And it was just a little small guild, and they were wanting to do tavern nights, but we never kind of got to it, never really got the numbers for it. But that's not why we left. We just left because she was wanting to make her guild, and kind of just a little guild for us to chill in and stuff. And so we just went ahead and did that. Giga says, I've been spending a lot of time with guards because she's been getting arrested a lot. And she can't blow her cover. Oh my goodness. Giga. Spending time with the guards. That kind of reminds me of my time in Skyrim and Oblivion. I spend a lot of time in jail. Because I always wind up as a thief character for some reason. And I got my girlfriend growling menacingly at me, and I'm not sure what I did. Let me see. I try not to say what I'm going to type because I don't want to metagame. But then she boops me. See, that's always the sweet and spicy in her. You just never know. You cannot predict her. Don't ever try. And that's why I like her. I think that's one of her big selling points is she's not predictable. But I'm always the one that's predictable, because I think what I told her like a really long time ago, I think it was even before we started. Yeah, it was actually before we started dating, and I remember where we were at. I actually remember where we were at. I'll show you where we were at when I said this, because I actually got a pretty good memory. So let's see. We were right here, and we were over in the Tranquil Garden Cemetery because we were trying to find an event that actually, back then it wasn't happening, but now they've restarted it. But I told her that, she was a mystery, and I was like the steady one or something. Now I'm actually forgetting what I did say, but it was something like that. I said, you're always such a mystery to me. And she said, no, you're a flower. I remember that part. So let's see. Let me catch up in the chat. So the guards have no idea who she is except the superiors. Oh. So they're always getting me, and Giga says, so they're always getting me nasty comments when I fight and injure them. I bet they are. Yeah, I bet they are, Giga. They don't like when you do that. They don't like you being uppity and beating them up and injuring them. And Vodka says, want the good news or bad news? Which first? Oh my gosh. That's a hard choice, babe. Now let me think what I want here. Well, I guess I'm the kind that I would rather have the bad news because I like to end on a good note. So tell me the bad news and then tell me the good news, and we'll see how it goes. And we shall wait for her response. But we'll chat while we're waiting, because why not? There was something that I was doing here. We did that. And here we go. Here's Vodka, and she says, the bad news is I was not able to sleep. Oh me. So let me just respond to that, because it's hitting me real hard before I even read the rest of it. You know what, babe? I was already 99% sure that's what you did. And I'm going to tell you how I knew that. But I'm going to wait before I tell you how I knew that. Then she says, so 0 sleep. Yep, I'm a psychic. The good news is I am here. Babe, that's not good news. That is not good news that you're here. Okay? You want me to tell you what that is? That's fucking great news. See, you didn't know I was going to say that. You thought I was going to say that was bad news, but I actually took it a step more positive. Yeah. See, girl can be a little bit unpredictable too. But here, I'll tell you how I knew that. I'll tell you how I knew that you were on 0 sleep. Because even though you're super unpredictable, and that you have an unpredictable pattern, I've kind of learned your rhythm. And there's a bit of a pattern in your unpredictability. And I knew, something told me last night when you were yawning, and I know this thing like when you're yawning, right? Because the last time you were doing all that yawning, you were up all night and you couldn't sleep. So I don't know if it's probably nothing to do with the actual yawning, but, you know. So Yeah, I just had a feeling when you messaged me this morning at 8 o'clock. I said, she's not messaging me because she just got a really good night's sleep and she's actually up. It's just because she hasn't actually been to sleep today yet, and she's just going to power through the day because that's what she does sometimes. And Vodka says, more bad news is I love you. Yeah, that's bad news? Oh my goodness. But I know you love me. Yeah, I know. I've known for a while that you have a thing for me. I know. She says, bad news for other people. Yeah, that is. That's just tough for them, ain't it? That's just tough shit, poor people. The poor people that aren't me. Good for you. She says, good for you. Then she says, motherfucker just made me yawn. Oh, now she's telling. So on one hand, she says, I love you. On the other hand, she's like, you're boring. So I don't know. I don't know which one's which or which one's true. It's probably both true because she can love me and I can be boring at the same time. It's okay. But I love her too. And Giga says, last night, one of the guards said something inappropriate to my character, and she responded by biting their nose off. Oh my God. But a ton of blood he got was deserved, so now I'm in the stockades. Yeah, they'll put you in there when you bite somebody's nose off. And what race is your character, just so I know? I can kind of imagine what the nose biting off would be like a little better. Giga says, I didn't bite. I didn't bite it off in my defense. He has his nose. Okay, so you just bit it really, really hard and it didn't come off. So that's lucky for him. There we go. Give the girlfriend a little kiss there. And I hope y'all forgive me because I just need to step out for just a second because I have to take a little bathroom break and grab another cup of coffee. I'll be gone less than 2 minutes. I hope y'all don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Let me just get the earbuds in. Let me get back up here to the microphone. I'm sure I sound like I'm down in a hole, but I hope everybody stuck around. But if you didn't, we're not mad at you. We just hope you'll visit us again next time. Get a little tongue-tied. So yeah, I had a little accident, but not what you think. Not in the bathroom, of course. With the coffee, actually. So what my dumb ass did was I went in there and I had drank like 3/4 of my cup of coffee, and I stuck it under the Keurig, and I set it on the normal cup size, and so I just ran that over and made a nice mess and had to clean up my coffee cup and stuff. But luckily the Keurig has like a little tray under it where it catches that, because I guess they just kind of assume somebody's going to do that every once in a while. So Keurig's kind of smart. So good for you, Keurig. Good for me too. Giga says, just catching up with the chat here. Human, but she's from Lordaeron. Okay. Human, but from Lordaeron. Giga says, I tried to plead self-defense, but they threw the book at me for more time. It's uncalled for if you ask me. All I did was assault a guard, bite them, and I resisted. Yeah, I mean, you're basically totally innocent. I mean, let's just look at what you did. I mean, all you did was assault a guard. I mean, that's understandable, is really what I would say. Guards be tripping, and sometimes they need to be assaulted, and I think you're well within your rights to do that, to do so. So I don't see anything wrong with, assaulting a guard. Or maybe just people in general. I mean, I think it's okay. Honestly, that should be a right that's protected, if you ask me, assaulting people. So that's no big deal. And then you bit them. And sometimes I think biting is okay too. And not in just one context, in multiple contexts. It's okay to bite people romantically. It's okay to bite in self-defense. It's okay to bite if you're hungry. Even if you're not hungry and you just feel like biting, I think as a reaction, I think that's okay too. And then the last part of it, where you resisted, of course if the first two things are okay, and I think that any reasonable person would say that they are, and not just okay, but probably something we want to kind of encourage as a society, I think you're well within your rights to have resisted, So I mean, I think you're totally innocent, and I think that you didn't do nothing, and that these people, the city of Stormwind and its provinces, I think they're tripping. And Giga says, exactly, yeah, I'm right, you're right, everybody knows we're right. So, but yeah, you might have to go to court, but don't worry, if they pick me as a juror, I got you. I'm sure I can convince everybody else on the jury to see things my way. Because I am the rightful dragon queen, after all. I think most people kind of know that. There's some people that dispute it. I mean, especially Alex Straza. But, Alex Straza is a slut. And she's often doing things she should not be doing. And she's really just morally depraved, honestly. So she's really, I think, the only person that disputes my royalty and my claim, the claim to my throne. This bench has been sort of acting like my throne for a while, and so we've got to get our real throne back pretty soon. Let me just scroll up here in the chat on the WoW, see if I missed anything. I didn't miss anything. So Giga says, for context, I was just giving a friend some stuff, and that some stuff is in quotes, and that just makes you think, maybe it wasn't quite innocent stuff, but I'm sure with Giga it probably was, because we've already established that Giga's innocent. So, and she says, I walked away, and then all of a sudden the guards showed up and said they needed to ask me some questions. But I just kept walking, and that's exactly what you should have done. And maybe if you had a little bottle of mace on you, maybe spray him in the eyes a little bit with that, So let me look at something here. I've been trying to pull this up for a while, but let's see. So just looking at the live stream, let me bring this over. I don't want to make it too big because I want to see stuff on my screen here. If I could talk. Let's see. So this is some live. I look at this sometimes like live stream fails. But for a long time there was nothing good on it. Let me get a sip of coffee here. Giga says, they said they found illegal herbs on my friend, but that wasn't me guilty by association, I guess. Yeah, see, they can't, this whole guilty by association thing, it's a tricky business. They try to say, oh, well, it's the old adage of birds of a feather flock together, but I don't think that's necessarily true. And, it's certainly not something that the law can, they can really put on you like that. Maybe they're like, yeah, maybe a little probable cause, but yeah. That's where I think the mace comes in handy for these officers and these guards. But for a long time, I was looking at live stream fails, and I don't know, Giga, if you watch I don't know who some of your favorite streamers are, but I watch Emiru and Soda Poppin' and some people like that, and I've always liked Soda. He's, I think I've watched him since Cataclysm or something, so a long freaking time. And they were doing he's hosted this OnlyFans thing where they got all these big streamers. I don't know how he did it, but that boy's got a good sense of how to network. And he got all these big streamers, and they were all playing hardcore WoW in a guild called OnlyFans, and for almost a month now. I don't know how long it's been going, at least over, probably getting on to about 3 weeks now. And when I would come to live stream fails to look for something to react to, it was basically all just OnlyFans content. And so there was really only so much hardcore WoW stuff I can react to, because it gets a little dry after a while, honestly.
Proudmoore's finest.
So Giga watches Savix, Guzu, or some of the people. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think I've watched Savix before, and maybe a little bit of Guzu. Giga says, I quit hardcore WoW after I reached level 60. Yeah, I don't think I did the hardcore. Let me think how I did it. Okay, so you remember back like how hardcore kind of got started on Classic and Blizzard, like after the first initial, let's see, like 2019 WoW servers. Like the next time they rolled out some newer servers on Classic, they put like the Iron Soul challenge, and that's kind of all you had. But you had the add-on too, the hardcore add-on, but you also could go get this buff at level 10. And so that's when I did hardcore. But you know, it wasn't like on an official realm. And yeah, and Giga says Blood Sales Buccaneers was the original server for HC with the add-on. Yep. And I was day one on Bloodsail because you know it was the only role play server, and so I tried to. What was the other big one? Grobulus. I tried that, and it was just so huge that I was like, I didn't really like it. And so the same day, I leveled to like level 5 on Grobulus, and then I switched to Bloodsail the same day, first day, and that's where I leveled up at. And then they come out with the Iron Soul challenge or the little buff at some point. And that's when I got started with that. And I made a druid, and I got to like level... I got to level 45 or 50, and I'm about 100% positive I would have made it all the way. But unfortunately, and I was streaming that on an old like Let's Play YouTube channel. But at the same time, my dad got really sick, and so that just kind of lost priority for me, and I had to help take care of him. So I wound up having to stop, and then by the time I come back to the character, I just lost interest in it. And so yeah, that's kind of how my hardcore journey was. But I'm pretty sure I would have made it, but it's one of those things you'll never really know because you didn't do it. But I just was having a real easy time with it because I always kind of play games careful like that anyway. And then Giga says, yeah, the unofficial server, and that Grobulus was more Horde. Okay, yeah, and Bloodsail was more Alliance. Okay. And Giga says, life is priority over video games. Yes, it is. And back then also, I wasn't able to... I was probably the most casual I had ever been at WoW because... At my job, I was a healthcare pro, and I was a director of supply chain, and this was during COVID, and I was like the last 2 years there, starting, I think it was around March 2020, I was averaging like 80 hours a week, so it was like. And then in October of October of 21 is when I sort of semi-retired because everything just got so hard when my dad got sick. I was living in another state to be close to the home office. And so I sort of moved back closer to home to take care of him. And so... But yeah, those last 2 years I was working about 80 hours a week, and it was just brutal. And then he got sick, and so yeah, all that just fell to the wayside. And Giga says, do you and your girlfriend do content in game like Keystones? No, we haven't done that. Let me get a sip of coffee here. Yeah, Giga says, do you and your girlfriend do content like Keystones? Yeah, no, we haven't done that. I know she used to be like hardcore into PvP, and she definitely did some content like that, some raiding and stuff, and oh, excuse me.
Proudmore's finest.
And I was doing some raiding right at the start of TWW, but I've kind of just become a lot more casual since I started role playing. And so the content, and well, I was also doing quite a bit of what are they, delves? I was doing those in a group, like putting groups together, and I've kind of stopped doing that now that we're sort of at the end of the first big content patch / expansion, the first big patch. So kind of things of the last time I tried to put a group together for delves or something, it was taking like 15-20 minutes, and I just don't want to wait that long. And versus like at the start of the expansion, it was like instant.
Anchors away.
And what else would I say about that? But yeah, I was doing some raided. I cleared normal, and we were about to progress into heroic, and yeah, I just was like, I don't know, it just hit me that like I've already done this one time, and so I don't know if I want to do it again on just a little harder version. And so yeah, I just dropped out of that guild and I started playing Noda. And so really, the content I've been doing is just sort of casual stuff. She'll take me on, like, we'll go on transmog runs and stuff, and just doing collectible stuff. And I've been working on that new owl. You know, you've seen me doing that, trying to get that pink bikini at least, because it's so cute. And Giga says she plays a warrior and tanks, and you heal. Yeah, we just hadn't done anything like that and together as of yet. But if she ever wants to do stuff like that, I'm more than willing to get into doing content with her. And if she wants to raid, I'm definitely a decent player, and I can, with some practice, I can purple and orange parse. I've even had before like a bronze parse and that was on Cataclysm. I was maintaining the top spot on, what's his name, where you ring the gong? Atramedes. So I was like the top parser on Atramedes for almost a solid month. So I can do that kind of thing, you girl can, but I'd have to get back in the rhythm of it. And but if she ever wants to do that, we absolutely can do content. But I'm a DPSer. And I'm not sure if she likes DPS or tank, or we just hadn't ever really talked about it. Let's see, Giga says, I'm a tryhard when it comes to content. Yeah, when I'm doing that, I do try real hard, yeah. I'll go off meta though. Yeah, I try to be kind of a trailblazer, and I'm the type that actually tries to come up with the theory crafting and the builds and stuff, so I don't follow the meta. Giga says, I'm one of those people who does keys higher than +10. Okay. And does heroic mythic raid. I don't PvP, but right now I'm just farming collections and doing achievements for mounts. Okay. Yeah. And the girlfriend was really high rated at PvP. She was telling me one time she was 3K rated. And it's been a good while since I did PvP, and an even way longer time since I took it seriously. And I think the best I've ever been at PvP, I think the best I've ever been, and let me just stand up before I don't want to get my character logged out of the game. She might better stand up too and move her character around because she's probably going to get logged out for inactivity here in a minute. But let's see. But the best I've ever done, I think, at PvP was, I think I had a rogue partner, and this was back in Cata, and we were looking for another, and so we were sort of pugging our third, but we were pushing up to 1700, and I had been doing Arena for about a month, so I was coming up pretty quick. But the rogue wasn't very good, and that was very obvious because I did a lot of twos with him, and he just could not kill anybody or anything. It would make the games go so long that sometimes I would just make a risky play just to see if I could make the game be over, and a lot of times that would get us killed. And I knew what I was doing when I did it. It's just because we'd been in the game for like 20 damn minutes and he couldn't kill anything, and I was bored to death. So yeah, I just let that team fall apart, and I just quit really pushing seriously at PvP because I saw that it could be kind of aggravating to find good players. Giga says, I wish I was back to casual. Being a casual is so much fun. Higher the content is just filled with toxicity, yes. And the more, and that's always going to be true. The more challenging the content and the better you want to be at it, the higher your drive to get better. You're going to have a lot of really emotionally textured moments and a lot of really tense moments where emotions are running hot, and you're going to say things and other people are going to say things, and that territory just comes with a lot of emotional texture. And sometimes you just have to kind of choose whether or not all that's worth it. And if you want to go to bed like ruminating over angry thoughts that you had or things people said, and it's like, for me, it's kind of been a long time since that was worth it for me. So I kind of just do a lot of chilling. And especially, and I think you can find, so I guess the other thing I would say about that is that you can find players that can tolerate that tension, and they can still maintain like decorum. They can still maintain a polite personality, but they are really hard to find. And where a lot of the toxicity comes in is in pugs, and when you're trying to find those teammates and things, and you have to kind of like shuffle through people that have they don't have really good personality skills and relationship skills, but that churn, I think, like that pug, like I know when you're pugging, you see this way more versus like when you're in a guild group or you're in an established group. So the pugging thing makes it 10 times worse. And Giga says, my guild takes the game so seriously, I got benched for not playing a meta tank. Yeah, and I know that feels bad. And, I was kind of surprised, but also not. Let me get a sip of coffee before I talk about this. But I was surprised and also not surprised that I knew the babe was going to get logged out for inactivity. You better come back. But she probably had to step away for something. She might be making her something to eat. Or actually, she might have just fell asleep because she hasn't slept, and this does happen sometimes, so we ain't mad at her. We care about her. And if she needs to get some sleep, she needs to get it, you know. Let's see. Yeah, so what was I saying? Yeah, you were saying that your guild takes the game super serious and you got benched for the meta thing. Giga, this is what surprised me, but also didn't surprise me, was the fact that when Classic came out, that people were so driven by the meta that you were seeing this demand for everything to be meta, everything. And I was so shocked at the whole world buff thing. That turned me off so bad to the game that there was this idea that you needed to go, like, the content was so easy, okay? Like, oh, your girl's about to get upset just thinking about it. Let me tell you, shit. Okay, let me just tell you. The idea that these bosses, you're going in there, okay, oh my God, I can't even think where to start with this, but let me try. Let me recalibrate. Deep breath. So the idea that we're going to go in here and we've only got like 30 players, okay, because your girl did this stuff on Classic. We've only got like 30 players because we're still waiting on people to level up, right? Because it takes a long time in Classic. But not me, because I was putting some time in. Every little bit of time I had, I'd put it in. I'd wake up in the morning, and before I needed to get started with work, I'd try to put in an hour or two. And then after work, I was putting in every little ounce of time I could. And I was dead tired, okay, because I was working so much. And but actually, I wasn't working quite as much then because it was 2019. That really didn't start until like March of 2020. So I was putting in, but I was still working a good bit. I was still putting in every little bit of time I could. And I got leveled up pretty quick. And the guild I was in, you know, they were like, oh, well, let's start raiding. So we're in there raiding, right, in like Molten Core. And we got like hardly any gear. And we're killing these bosses. And it's just not taking any time. It's like a joke, right? And so the idea that we need to go around and collect all these world buffs to do this even faster, to shave off to make the boss kill like 45 seconds or 1 minute and 15 seconds, it's like, my God, what are we even doing here? And yeah. And so Blizzard's kind of response to that, if you remember, was like the seasonal servers with additional difficulty. And I was like, I don't know. Was it Season of Mastery? I didn't really participate in that. Well, since the girlfriend's gone offline here for a minute, I think we'll probably just take a little stroll. I'm not sure if she's going to be back or when she'll be back, but we're just going to ride around a little bit because we hadn't done that this morning. We kind of missed our one thing we like to do. And if she comes back, we'll get up with her again. Oh, excuse me, my little protein bar. You know what somebody said on my YouTube? I might have already said this, but maybe you weren't around when I was talking about it, Giga. But you know, I basically eat the same thing for breakfast, and I've been doing it for so long. I'm just not even going to say how long because it's embarrassing. But I think I did say it on one of my VODs or something. But yeah, but So it's always like a protein bar and some black coffee. And it's just a little Aldi protein bar. And that's just a little grocery store that we have. But it is a chain, so maybe you've heard of them. But they have these little protein bars, and they're peanut butter and chocolate. And they're by Elevation. And those things are they messed them up because they put 2 extra grams of fiber in them, and it kind of gave them a little aftertaste. And you better believe your girl's already written a letter, because I've been eating these things for so long. But anyway, it's always that little protein bar and a cup of black coffee. That's how I get started. And because I just like something real quick. I used to have a protein bar and a banana, and that's definitely more balanced and healthy. But yeah, I just kind of was like, yeah, the whole banana thing, my appetite was down. So, and it's been down a little bit for a while. And so I was like, well, let's just do the protein bar. So I've been doing that for a long time now. And somebody come on my video, one of my VODs, and was like, this is my first comment, right, on any of my videos since I made the VOD channel. And they say, they're just talking about my diet. They're like, oh my God, your diet is trash. You need to clean your diet up. I can't believe you eat that, eating a protein bar for 5 years. Are you trying to kill yourself? And I was like, how do I respond to this? So I just wrote, I don't even remember, but it was something like, your girl's a little lazy. And that's the truth of it. But we still alive, so I guess the protein bar is not too bad. Yeah. But yeah, I was talking about, my diet has not been the best recently because I've been eating little Twinkies and stuff. But it's because I almost got underweight. And so I've been using those and to get in like what I call easy calories, because if you're running the risk of getting underweight, you kind of need to eat what you can eat, what you can tolerate. And if it's like, chocolate milk and Twinkies and stuff, that's kind of what you need to do, because if you try to eat something really healthy and you're struggling to gain some weight and it's about to be an issue, what the doctor told me was that I just need to eat what I can tolerate and whatever I think tastes good, because it could be a health issue to be underweight, and it could be serious. And so they told me that I should eat things that were easy for me to eat, and because if I try to eat stuff like chicken breast and vegetables, I'll get full way too fast before I get enough calories. So yeah, that's what the doctor told me, so that's what I was doing, and that's what I've been doing. I've been gaining a little bit of weight back, so that's good. But Giga says there's more unhealthy things than a protein bar. Yes, there are. So, they were just coming at me with all the wrong energy. And that's what I thought, too. I said, it's a protein bar. What? Yeah, it's got sugar in it and stuff, but that's not going to kill you. Not what the doctor told me, anyway. And I go by what they tell me. I don't go by a whole bunch of wackadoodle stuff that people, are talking about out there on the internet. My doctor keeps me alive, so I trust my doctor. Giga says, respectfully, if you're skinny as fuck, you're good. I'm overweight and very unhealthy. Oh, Gig, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that. I know you'd said earlier that you had some heart problems, and I'm sorry about that too. But let me kneel down here, and y'all don't go anywhere. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna kneel down here, and I gotta go pee pee real quick. And I'll just be right back. Oh, I'm back. And see, I just leave. I just go out for a minute and somebody's role playing with me. I had to go pee pee and I missed Samantha Hastings. I was thinking about talking to her yesterday. She tickles me. She ruffles my hair. Oh my gosh. And she kneels down at the altar with Notagosa and gives her a firm pat on the shoulder. Samantha, I just missed you, and I just missed her yesterday too. So I'm back, I'm back, I'm back. So don't run in church. Thomas runs in church sometimes, and you have to give him a little spank and remind him, that you're not supposed to be running in church or libraries either. So here we go. We're gonna get on the stroll here. And I actually did forget to count my blessings here because I usually do that. And of course, Samantha has completely disappeared. And so we're not going to be able to role play with her. Let me just think a second. So let me add her as a friend. So I'm gonna make a point to, because she did walk up to me there. I'm gonna make a point to walk up to her, but not today. So let me see how I can find her here. Let's look up her TRP in the directory, and that'll tell us her character name. How do I do that? It's right here. Oh, it's under, yeah, so you go right here. And so her linked WoW character is, however you say that, I'm not sure, Planexia? Something like that. So let's add her. Let's see if I can It's pleonexia. See if I got it. Yeah. So let's see. Pleonexia. So we'll make a point, and let me add a note to her so I know who she is. Because if I don't, I'll have no idea. And this is Samantha, or we'll just say Sam Hastings. There we go. Now we know who she is. And we'll probably catch up with her tomorrow if she's online. Because I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to head back to the bench, and we don't have our champion with us anymore that can hold it down for us. So hopefully nobody took it. Our champion, our lover. So we're going to scamper a bit. We're going to get back to the bench, and then we're going to do some reacts because I love doing some reacts. Giga says, I'm pretty sure she fell asleep. If I had to guess, that would be my number one guess. She's been up literally all night. And the thing about it was, she was yawning, so you know she was really sleepy because she does this thing where she starts she starts doing all this yawning, and I start making fun of her for it because she's all like, oh, oh. And I like picking at her, but yeah, so she was sleepy, and let me think what time that was. My goodness, it was like gosh, was it after, just slightly after 11 for me, so that's even earlier for her. So she was sleepy then, and then her butt stays up all night. So yeah, she's probably taking a bit of a nap. So let's get the let me look at live stream fails. Okay, I've been trying to do that for a bit, and the ADD just keeps swooping in. So super cosplay and Wolverine. Let's watch this for a sec, because I do a lot of daily dose. Giga says, are you guys a couple in IRL? Yes, we are. We are girlfriend and girlfriend.
Super, are you doing the emote in real life too?
Oh, so he's playing Rivals.
Wait, how did he know? Am I that much of a loser?
And let's see, the phone's going off. Let's see what I forgot or what's going on here. Oh, good. I didn't actually forget anything. I have a bunch of reminders. That's one thing they taught me in therapy for ADD, was that put reminders everywhere. Put them on your phone for things. So I always have reminders and stuff going off like around the clock.
Every time?
Super, are you doing the emote in real life too?
Yeah, so me and her played some Rivals yesterday, and that's always fun. I was trying some of the new strategists, and basically in Rivals, your strategists are sort of like your healer / utility. You can do some damage, and the strategist can actually do pretty good damage. Not quite as good as the DPS, but they can heal like no other. And I like Land Shark. I was trying Mantis, but me and the girlfriend were talking about, she kind of felt like Mantis was better with another healer, because it's a heal over time, and you kind of need some direct heals if you're a single healer. And I think ultimately that's probably right, looking at it in hindsight. But Land Shark is amazing, and Land Shark is the best little pupper for, if you like squirting goop, and I do, squirting all over my teammate. And that's something I joke around when I'm I'm a little bit naughty when I'm playing that game when I'm on Land Shark, because he sprays stuff all over the place to heal. It's funny, but he's also really easy to play, so it's fun. Landshark could be fun for anybody. You don't have to be good at shooters or anything. So Mizkif dead at level 30 off stream. Let's see. Did I look at this already the other day?
So how did he die?
Well,
And this is one of the reasons. So when I remember when Vay and Soda started dating, a lot of people were like, because this is like dating and being a streamer is a controversial thing, right? Because and I kind of knew this going into it, you know, being in a relationship, that there would be people that won't watch me just because, like, I'm in a relationship and maybe they want to kind of be with me or something, and if they see that I'm taken, then they're just not going to watch me. And so I was like, well, I'm okay with that. And but that's something a lot of streamers talk about a lot, because when you find out like that the streamer has a girlfriend or a boyfriend, and if you were like kind of thinking that maybe one day you'd be with them or something, they say that like their viewership drops when they reveal that by a lot. And I think that's kind of sad, but it is what it is. But I remember when Vay and Soda started dating and they became open about it, it actually made me like them more, because I got to kind of see them as a couple. And I think that they are just the cutest couple. Like, I love how they sort of like me and Nasuna, or me and Vodka. They kind of have a similar dynamic where we kind of like, we sort of trash talk to each other a little bit, and it's fun, but we're also pretty affectionate too. And that kind of, it's like sweet and sour. So, but I just, it made, when they became public with their relationship, it actually made me like them more because of how cute they are.
From what I'm gathering here, he was on the elevator of Thousand Needles, or I don't know which elevator specifically. He DC'd on it, and so when he logged back in, he basically fell to his death. Now, the reason why his add-on was off is he was just running to turn in quests on his laptop.
Yeah, I don't know. I think live stream fails. Let's see. I don't know. I kind of like reacting to Daily Dose a bit better, personally. So let me find a Daily Dose video. Here's one already. And actually, I got two things I have to do today. Is I have to, I got 2 VODs to upload because I actually just forgot to do it yesterday. So we're kind of missing a VOD. But let me get this over here and then bring this over here. And since it's just me now, I can just make this bigger. So I just won't cover up my chat. Here we go. And I thought I clicked on one. Let me see. Let me go back. No? Let me see. Let me go right here. So I like, this is my content channel, so it's like my regular channel that like I have that I sort of browse on. It has all these filled out more, so I kind of know where I'm at, but I just said, well, I'm going to start using my content channel, so I kind of have to look for one for a little bit. And this one's good. This one's like pretty long. Oh, but it's the craziest nature. I don't watch like the big compilation of the similar content stuff because it means that I'm going to have similar reactions, and I don't want to have the same reaction to everything. So Here's one. Never talk to strangers. Let's do this one.
Hello everyone, this is your daily dose of internet. This is why you don't talk to strangers.
Let me
this
like the
guy
video.
offered to give her $40 for her socks.
You want my socks for $40?
Please.
Yeah.
I was just going to ask you.
Sure.
Oh my goodness.
$40 if you want my socks.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, bye. Yeah, have a nice day.
I mean, I would just love some context here because this is the weirdest thing I've ever seen because we don't know if it's a feet thing. Is it a feet thing? But this man looks like a very kind soul, right? Does he just not have socks? Or what's going on? I mean, it's just really a mystery, isn't it? I mean, girl don't have no idea what's going on here.
Okay, bye. Yeah, have a
But you know what? I'd give him my socks too for $40, so at least I know that.
nice day.
So I would say that the girl here acted appropriately. Yeah, because $40, you know, it's $40. And socks are cheap. I think you can get a whole pack at Walmart for like $9 or something, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's what I paid for my last pack. And I had like, I don't know, it was at least 6 or 7 pair, so.
Oh my God. Malibu's finest.
Wow.
Let me make sure the volume's okay, because sometimes I watch part of the VOD back, and sometimes the volume's too loud and it like competes with my voice and stuff. So, but you want it loud enough where you can hear it. I think it's pretty good. Just let me know if it's not. Oh my
Florida
gosh!
just got hit by a hurricane, so these scientists...
Look at that!
Florida
That
just
little
got
German
hit by a
Shepherd was getting
hurricane,
him
so
a
these
drink.
scientists flew a plane into the hurricane to collect some valuable data.
Oh. My goodness.
Hi guys.
That would be scary. Flying a plane into a hurricane. Not something I'd do. But I'm glad we got scientists out there that are brave enough to do it, because, yeah, I suppose we need that info.
Doing my morning routine.
Alright.
Does anyone know how this
She was doing her morning routine, but I think that chair got the best of her.
magic trick works?
3, 4, 5, 6. Here 6. This is 9. This is 6. This is 9, right? Yeah. This is 6.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at this. This girl done threw a snowball at the back of my head. I don't know if I want to mess with her or not. This is, let's see. She's the crescent moon. She's in that guild. She's currently restless, angry, and walks with a slight limp when she steps. Actively wiping the blood from armor with a cloth with visible... She got cut off. Let's see. Let me see if I can... With visible disgust, all the while proceeding from task to task. Well, my goodness, girl. Let me see here now. So we're looking at this little magic trick.
This is 6. And this is 9.
Now I sort of missed this. Let me go back.
This is 6. Here 6.
Yeah,
This is 9.
yeah,
This is 6.
uh-huh,
This is 9, right?
right.
This is 6. This is 6. And this is 9.
Interesting. I would opine on that trick, but I'm afraid I'd just make myself look dumber than I already am, so I'm just going to avoid doing that. Okay.
She couldn't figure out why her hot chocolate was transparent.
But it's not transparent?
She couldn't figure
Well,
out why
am I
her hot
tripping?
chocolate was transparent.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure I can explain that. So when they put the spoon through there, basically they just sort of aerated the top of the cocoa there, and so it made it look white. You're not actually seeing the spoon. You're not actually seeing the fork. You're just seeing where the bubbles are more aerated, where the fork was sort of pushed through the top layer of the coffee. So that's just a little, you know, she could do that anywhere in the cup, and it's going to do that each time. So your girl knows a thing or two. It's something like that. And we don't have to say aerated. We could just say we made it foamy. I guess that's just a fancy way to say that. Oh, wait a second. ADD took the wheel. Look at him being a goober. Oh goodness.
This was probably
Yeah. Well,
this was probably the best
hopefully
possible
she's
outcome to come
okay.
out of this.
I don't like to see people get hurt. Oh? That little girl's thinking like she's Gimli. She's like, you never toss a child. But yeah, the irony. Now what's the, oh, look at that. That's dad skills
This is
right
the
there,
risk of
right?
being a delivery
Was he the
person.
dad? Where'd the baby come from? We can't really potentially discern from the video, but if I had to bet, it might be this guy, because he's coming in with like the dad instincts here. So even if he's not a dad, he's just a good guy. Because look, that baby had a heavy head too, so if it hit the floor, that baby had a head on him. Yeah, good job.
This is the risk of being a delivery person in October.
Yep. Bless her heart.
It took a few business days for him to process what just happened.
Well, I feel like he basically understood what happened. I think he's just more in a state of shock. Okay, I don't think he's like, oh, I don't know what happened here. I think he fully well knows that he got too much pressure at a bad angle on that thing and it broke the table. But I think he's just like, oh shit, I broke the table. It's more like that. Giga says, I've seen that elf before. She's into gore and dark stuff. It's very cool. Oh. And I've never really talked to her before, but I have briefly talked to Aura Sneak here, and they're a fun person. So I'm just sort of not surprised they're hanging out. If she's cool, and I know this person's cool, so. Oh, wait a minute, let's go back. Okay, yeah, it's just a guy who broke the table. And I used to have one of these things, and let me tell you, I don't know if they're better now. So this is like the, what do you call them, a Roomba? The little vacuum cleaner that sort of cleans itself and then it goes back and charges itself. They have lawnmowers that do this kind of thing too, but my yard's way too big for the kind that are out there right now. It would probably it would take forever for one of these kinds that if it was like the lawnmower thing to do my yard. Just too big. But yeah, I used to have one of these, the vacuum cleaner kind, and let me tell you, it didn't do a good job. So maybe they're better now.
This is a pretty creative gender reveal.
4, 3, 2, 1.
It's clear. What? Twin. Y'all don't stress me the.
Yeah. Yeah, people do gender reveal parties. They sure do.
Ó, a Tiffany é corajosa lá.
Uh-oh.
Que caiu? Que
Bless
caiu?
her
One of my
heart.
sis-
Ó, a
There goes
Tiffany
the
é corajosa
phone.
lá. Que caiu? Que caiu?
And
one of my
her,
subscribers
her whole life is ruined. Look at that face. She's like, oh my God. As soon as I was done with this crap, I was going to look at Instagram, and now I can't do it.
Ó, a Tiffany é corajosa lá. Que caiu? Que caiu?
one of my subscribers
She's like, I just made a post on Instagram. I just updated my stories, and oh my God, I can't check the likes. Oh, very relatable.
got a massive leg cramp.
Except I don't use Instagram. Well, I watch stuff on there, but I don't, have an account where I like post content or anything. Just in the interest of full disclosure. Yeah.
This poor dog
Yeah,
doesn't
he's
have any
having a
brain
weird
cells.
cramp. And here's something, so if you ever get like extremely bad cramps, like to the point where you feel like you're gonna die from them and you're getting them all over your body and stuff, and that was maybe less a cramp, more of a spasm. But if you get these cramps, and sometimes this happens when somebody has an extreme level of fatigue, and so you wind up going to the emergency room. You know what they give you? They give you pickle juice. They give you like 1 ounce of pickle juice. And that's so interesting because it almost instantly stops the cramps, number one. And number two, they have no idea how it does it. They just know that clinically it works, but they don't understand the mechanism at all. And it's all been speculated. So you're probably like, well, it's probably like, the electrolytes, and nope, they ruled that out. And so if you Google this, you'll go down a rabbit hole, but it's the coolest thing. It's one of those things, they don't know why it works. It just works. Just a tidbit. And I miss the good boy being a good boy. Oh, he was a bad boy, and he's so confused, but he's still a good boy. Oh,
So this is pretty cool.
that little monkey.
So this is pretty crazy. Security cameras are now using
I've seen
AI
this
to collect
before,
data
like
on
where they're using AI to try to make their workers more productive or monitor their productivity. And that's just like, ugh. You hate to see that kind of stuff,
customers and employees. She realized that she made a big mistake.
Sit. Speak. Oh no, not speak.
Yeah.
No, not speak. No.
They managed to park their car in the worst spot possible.
Oh,
For
wait a
some
sec.
reason,
No, not
ADD.
speak. No, not speak. No.
they managed to park their car in the worst spot possible.
Yeah? Oh my goodness.
For some reason, this panda is an absolute freak.
Now, Daily Dose, come on now.
他在逗我们。
I mean,
I don't think they
what if the panda put his hand up there and split his fingers? I mean, I hate to be the one to say it, but y'all know y'all were thinking it too, so, cut me some slack.
understand how a ski lift works.
Yeah, let me tell you a story about the ski lift. Those things will just about kill you if you don't know what you're doing, because one time I went on a trip. I've been skiing like maybe 2 or 3 times. And like the first time I went, I got up to the top. I was riding up with a friend. And we get up here. And we're going to try to get on the thing right. And if you don't do it right, that thing will grab you and drag your butt and throw you back down the hill. So that's almost what happened to me, and it was very traumatic.
How a ski lift works.
But the one I was on, so they're at the bottom and they're going up to the top. And what happened to me was up at the top where the thing turns around, comes back down. So it almost threw me back down the mountain. So yeah, luckily somebody grabbed me. It was like, don't get killed. I was like, okay. So yeah, that happened. And I don't normally do it, but you know, if you guys have been around for a bit and you enjoying the stream, if you wouldn't mind, just toss me a little follow. It's just one little button press and it would sure help me out. And I would appreciate it. But here we go, we jump back in the video.
This dad ate this dessert that was apparently so good that he started crying.
The best thing I've ever tasted.
Oh my goodness.
It's my favorite dessert of all time. It's so good.
That's my first time seeing you cry.
She thought that the shadow was a seat to sit on.
And what an odd thing. I mean, of all the of all the things you could cry to, eating some dessert like that. Whatever that was, and I don't know. Let me see. If y'all know what that is, let me know. Maybe it's I just have no idea. But, yeah, that's an odd first thing to cry to, of all the things.
I've seen you cry.
She thought that the shadow was a seat to sit on.
Oh.
He had his pet bird
Her
remove
butt's
his
gonna be
loose tooth
sore.
for him.
What? Okay. That's all I can really say to that. So I don't know what else to say there.
So why is this robot so good at dancing?
Well, the only thing I could say is because he was programmed to do so. That's probably why.
I can just pull you back.
Oh, here we go. Oh no.
This bird sounds like a laser beam.
Yeah, so let me look and see if she's going to be okay. So it's really hard to say because it's kind of hard to say how far down that is to fall because it's kind of blocked there. But,
This bird sounds like
maybe
a
a
laser
sore
beam.
ankle. Not sure. Oh, he sounds like a laser. That's probably what Moonkin lasers sound like if you had them in real life.
This duck keeps ducking underwater to avoid the eagle. He's somehow managing to defy gravity.
Yeah, that's cool.
A few days ago, the sun created its most powerful solar flare in over 7 years.
Wow. Very, very interesting.
This garbage man didn't seem to care that he threw away the entire bin.
Well, if he considered the bin to be, a trash bin, you just throw it right in there because it's a trash bin. Oh. You don't see that every day because these are some pretty agile creatures. But look, Friendo's looking like, he wants to help out and he's going to be a good boy. Or he's going to make fun of him and pop him on the head. It's kind of hard to tell, but in my heart of hearts, I like to think he was going to, you know, offer a helping paw there. Well,
his coworker.
Let me see that again. Yeah, it's just too much rain. Not enough durability. Yeah.
His coworker replaced her computer monitor with a giant
Lord
TV
have
screen.
mercy. The monitor from hell. Well, it's the TV screen, but my goodness. Yeah. That's going to create, you know, unfortunately, that's going to create more eye strain because that's just more your work your eyes have to do. You know, so when I'm working, I try to have, you know, if it was going to be a long stint of time, I try to make sure I was on a smaller monitor so my eyes don't have to, you know, use so many muscles to look around all the time. Can use more peripheral. But y'all know that. But she didn't know that very potentially.
Jesus. A passenger on this plane was unaware that their shadow was giving everything away.
Oh my goodness, mister. Oh no.
Unaware that their shadow was giving everything away.
And I shouldn't say this, but maybe this is King Kongor. You know, if y'all get the joke, you get it. It's one of those if you know, you know. Oh, so that little feller fell. Look at that. Would you look at it? The cutest little fall of all time.
So this is incredibly satisfying.
Yeah. Oh. Oh my goodness. Just wondermus. That just felt good to my brain is all I can say about that.
These cows had...
Oh. Wait, let me see the little dogo thing again. That's a cat. Oh my goodness.
These cows had trouble going up the slippery road.
Well, you could say that again. Bless their heart, but they making it, you know, they falling upwards. They're failing upwards.
This poor panda just wanted to relax in his chair.
Right? It does look like there's an upward...
This poor panda just wanted to relax in his chair.
Yeah, but that chair... Yeah. I knew it. We predicted it.
That is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you guys again very, very soon.
Yeah.
Later.
That's the end of the video. So we'll just recap a little bit. So... Pretty good stream today. You know, we started off, the girlfriend hung out. Kind of looks like she fell asleep at the wheel. And we're definitely not mad at her for that. But we had a good time. And Giga came in and chatted a bit. We had Captain Skellybones too. And he come in and chatted for a while. And everybody that came and chatted, I certainly thank you for that. Giga says, are you only live for 2 hours? Yeah, today it's just going to be 2 hours. Usually I try to do 3, and sometimes if my energy's real good, I'll do 4. But today's going to be just a little shorter. I have some stuff I kind of need to get to here in a little bit. The things that I didn't do yesterday, I kind of... And Listral1, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate that so much. You just don't know. So thank you for that. And Giga says 24-hour stream win. Oh my goodness. Giga. I don't know, but I might try to plan that now that you've mentioned it. Let me put that in the notepad so I will, you know, when somebody says something like that, even if you're joking, it's a thought, you know. So let me just put 24-hour stream. And that's something I will start thinking about actually, because you put it in my head. So I might try to do that. And I don't know when, so I definitely can't make any promises. But I know that's something people do, and so maybe I could do that. If you're getting off, just know. Yeah. So what was I was just kind of going through and recapping a little bit. But yeah, so we had, oh, Giga, you are gonna melt my little heart, you are. Giga says, miss you already in all caps. And puts the lunar girl love emote. My goodness. That just makes me feel so good. You just don't even know. But yeah, thank you everybody that came out and chatted today. And even if you just lurked, I certainly appreciate you. And thank you again, Listrel, for the follow. I definitely appreciate that. It means a lot. And I guess the last thing I would say, and Giga says, stream more, please. Okay, Giga, that's something I will definitely try to work on. I sure will. But just thank you, everybody. And I just hope y'all have a very good rest of your day. And very, very likely, just like clockwork, we'll see you again tomorrow right around 10 a.m. And yeah, just have a good rest of your day. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.